All right. So we're live right now on Facebook. Instagram is coming in. We just there's a couple of different buttons we have to press to pull Instagram into our feed. So super excited, Facebook family, to have you on with us today. Today we are working on episode 3. We're super excited to bring the takeoff back to you. Um, Episode number 3, we're talking about the travel business. Is it a scam? Is it legit? So yeah, I got live feed going on my Instagram account. How about you, Tia?
I'm trying. I don't know what happened this last time, but give me a second. We're going to work through it as we always do. So, yeah, but good morning to everyone. If we are already live on Facebook, good morning. Good morning. Just give me a second to figure this out. And trust me, y'all, we do tech checks before every call. And sometimes it just, you got to work around things. Technology, right? So,
Technology.
we're going to make it work.
Honey, we're not those the aunties from before, from 2 weeks ago. We still working on getting everything together, but we're super excited about this conversation. Glad to have you guys on this morning. Um, we're looking at different platforms. So the platforms allow us to click a couple of different buttons. So just bear with us here.
All right, there we go on
All right.
Instagram. Mm-mm. I heard a little feedback, but hopefully, okay. I think it was just trying to get us in there. All right, I believe that we might be live on Instagram and Facebook. Let me just check these devices to make sure. And y'all, please let us know if the sound is fine, if y'all can hear both of us okay, or if there's any feedback on y'all's end. Please let us know.
All right. And then I also went ahead and set my feed to public too, Tia. You got that?
Yeah, I'm headed on over to Facebook so all the people can get the travel takeoff tees. All right, we're good on Instagram. And let me just head over to Facebook to turn that on a public feed. So that means y'all tap in. Let us know if you are viewing live. And then if you come back and catch the replay, let us know if you are catching the replay in the comments. We want you to be able to share this with anybody and everybody that loves travel as well. So share this post whether you're tuning in live or not, share this with the people. So, all right, come on now.
All
Maybe I'm the auntie from 2 weeks ago, Brian. Maybe you have elevated and it's me
right.
because it is not
Now
going to let
I've
me do it.
elevated, honey. You're right here with me.
I'm right
You're right
here.
here
I'm
with
right
me.
here, but I'm trying to get up there now. Okay. All right. I don't think
So
it, and it
everybody
lets you
tuned in.
change your live feed. Sorry, Brian. It lets you change your live feed right in the on the comment, right?
You talking about on Facebook?
Got it. Never mind. I got it. All right, y'all. I ain't the auntie no more. I'm caught up. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So episode number 3, travel business scam or legit. This is Bramlin from Never Unpacked. And
And I
I'm
am
here.
Tia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
go
Tia of
ahead.
Tia Takes the World. All right. My bad. I jumped right on into it. I'm
As
excited
you
today,
should.
y'all.
So we are bringing back the takeoff, and we talk travel business. We talk behind the scenes of what it's like to be a travelpreneur, if you will. We have tips, we have hacks, we have insider information on the travel business. We're here each and every Friday, dropping different topics. You can find us on social media. Tia and I both have our handles on the screen. I'm at Never Unpacks, and Tia is.
At Tia Takes the World for my travel things. But if you want to follow us also, because Branlin is also, she did not mention, she's being very modest. She is also a muse, a travel muse, I like to say, but she's a muse in all things. So if you want to follow us on our other streams, then you can follow me at Take the World. Travel on Instagram or at the Wonder Co, which is where I do group trips. And Branlin, go ahead and drop those that other information. Don't be shy.
Yes, I'm also at modern.daymuse on Instagram and travel business, travel content. You can find a little bit at both places, but Never Unpacks is the business. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
and that's what we're
Business
talking
that
about,
pays
right?
me.
That is what we are talking about. We are talking about the business of travel today. So I think we should just go ahead and jump into the show. Branlin, you want to hit us up with a little bit of that motivation today?
Absolutely. So our quote today, starting off a little bit of motivation. Don't let anyone dim your shine. You were born to light up the world. We like to drop a little bit of motivation each week. Really felt like this. I feel like this is a pretty powerful statement. Like, it's so many people that are definitely your supporters to your face. And sometimes they might speak ill about you behind you, or people tend to project their own insecurities onto
Mm,
you. You may have
mm.
felt that at some point in time in your life. But I think this is a really, really powerful quote. Like, don't let people dim your shine. Don't let the naysayers, don't let the people who are operating in a spirit and space of fear to keep you from what you were supposed to light up the world with. What are your thoughts, Tia?
I mean, I absolutely agree, Brandon. I think that this is a great quote, especially for now, today, days and age, with social media making things seem like everything is always positive, everything is always great. You kind of look at people and you compare sometimes. I know people like to think or say that they don't compare, but it's easy to compare when you see different things that are happening around you for other people and kind of like, oh, it's happening for them. Why not me? But don't let that, whether it be somebody saying something to you directly or indirectly through what you see, don't let that dim what you got going on, because what you have going on is great. I believe that everybody has their own lane and we can all be successful in that lane. We can all dominate in the lanes that we're at. It's been that crab in a barrel mentality a lot. I've seen people have, whether it be in business or whether you're competing for something. People don't want to let other people have a leg up because they feel like it's going to bring them down, right? It's going to dim their light. But I believe that there's room at the table for everybody to eat, or in the sense of travel, there are seats on the plane for everybody to take off. Okay. So don't let anyone dim your shine. I really love that you were born to light up the world. We all have our own special light, whatever that may be to you, for you, whatever light that you bring to the world, light
Mm-hmm.
that be up, turn up, shine,
Mm-hmm.
baby.
I like what you said. You mentioned this component about comparison. And
Mm,
it's crazy, right? Because I think sometimes when people think of comparison, they think of like comparison on the scale of somebody before me, or
mm,
or they're further along where they are
mm,
in
mm,
comparison. And connecting what you're saying about comparison, what I'm saying about projection, there's people that are steps behind you that are afraid to take the steps and the leaps and the bounds that you're taking. And so they kind of make a comparison for you and you're not even
mm,
thinking about them, right? So
mm.
then they start projecting all of these other things onto you. But absolutely, you should live in the brightness, not in the shadows. Step into
I
the
love
light.
that. I like that motivation. So y'all make sure that y'all take that however you will, whether it be today and you absolutely need it, or put that thing in your pocket and pull it out whenever you need throughout the week. We like to give this motivation so that you can be exactly that, motivated whenever you may need it. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and move on into what we came here to do. And that's take off with this travel talk. So today's episode, we're talking about travel businesses, whether it's a scam or legit. And let's tell you how we got into this. So we took a poll, and before that, let's even go back to before that. Brandon and I both own travel businesses, successful travel businesses, if I must say. That's me tooting our horn, okay? Because we deserve it. We've done great in our businesses. And over the time of having our businesses, because we're not gatekeepers and we like to share the business of travel with people, whether that's helping coach people get into this business so that they can be successful at it, or just sharing the business of travel to let people know that if you're booking your own travel, you too could be making money like we are. We don't gatekeep. So in sharing that information, we get feedback from people. People who say that business is not for me. I don't want to do that business. And of course, we ask them, well, why not? Because our businesses are going well, right? We're curious. Well, if we're telling you that you're already traveling and you could be traveling and making money, why not? I'm confused. Why not? So we asked those questions, and it hasn't been an overwhelming response from people, but we have gotten responses from people that have said, "Well, it's not for me because I'm curious, or I don't know if it's a scam or if it's legitimate." Now, why people would think that either one of us would be involved with anything that's scammy or illegitimate, I don't know, but some people just need the facts to move forward and, go ahead and take that leap. So we said that we wanted to give you all information, or kind of just talk it through about what that looks like for you. So we did a poll, and shockingly, we got a number of people who have said that they wanted to start their travel business, but they didn't go through with it for these reasons. So let's move on into the first talking point, which we got from people, which was the misconceptions that they find and that makes them run from starting a travel business. You want to start that off, Bram?
Sure. So one of the things is like, why do people run from the travel business opportunity? So one thing that we kind of come across quite frequently is, for whatever reason, people think this is a get rich quick kind of scheme. And this money is good money. It ain't necessarily quick money. Now, can you make moves? Can you find some momentum? Absolutely. But people are looking to join opportunities and kind of jump headfirst into the business and think that it's just going to pop. But like with any other business, you have to find a space where you're finding the combination of things that work. Like even bad example is how we utilizing this technology. A week ago, we had one system. We were like, nope, that system don't work. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
finding a new system, but that takes time. You got to do a little bit of research. You got to put in some effort. You got to put in some tries and some fails, and you get some successes, and some things fall short. And even
Mm-hmm.
even we're finding ourselves being like this adult learner and continuing our education, right? Like in our own lane. But big thing number one, misconception number one, people feel like it's a get rich quick scheme, and part of that too, what feeds into that, right? Like, because some
Mm-hmm.
of it's not people just came up with this thought by themselves, but what's feeding
Okay.
into that is that people have a tendency when joining business like these, we're sharing all of the good,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're sharing the good, not the ugly. And like
Mm-hmm.
any venture you do, whether that is, and if you think about like your life and how it's played out, there has been challenges everywhere you went. There's not one thing that is not like, it doesn't come without its fear or its own set of challenges. You went off to college. You went off to college. It was some growing pains when you went off to college,
Mm-hmm.
right? You had to figure some things out. You realize, oh, I can't spend my money like this because now I'm really eating noodles for real.
Money. What money?
What money, right? You start a new job and you're figuring out the lay of the land. Like starting a new business, um, is there money to be made? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, there's money to be made. What are your thoughts on it, Tia, about what make people run, or why do people run in the travel business?
Well, people have lots of excuses for why they don't want to do things, but reasons. Since you started with get rich quick, I just kind of want to go off of that. I think that the problem with that is that people think that it is a scheme, because who gets rich quick besides, unless your family has a business that they could just give you money for, that you like were born into or whatever. Schemes, I mean, nobody wants to be a part of those. But the actual reality of it is that in this business, you could get rich quick. Like, you can make money fast. It just depends on how you want to make that money. And maybe we'll get into the breakdown of how you can earn one of these travel talks. But the thing about it is that it's not a scheme. It's very legitimate. When I first started my travel business, I was on, I'm booking travel. That's how I'm about to make my millions, because I already booked travel for people. I know how to do this. That it makes sense for me. Well, then when I found out there was 7 other streams of income, I still was kind of like, I didn't think it was a scheme now, but I was just like, that's probably not for me. It wasn't until the first time that I shared this business with someone and I got paid for sharing the business with them. It was at no extra cost for them. It didn't take anything from them. It didn't take anything away from them at all in terms of money, time, anything like that. I got that first check the next week, and I said, now I can do this as many times as I want. There's no barrier to this. There's no, I can only share it 3 times and then that's it. Like, I can continue to do this every week. All I have to do is not gatekeep, and I can.
Listen, money talks, don't it?
It talked real good to me, because again, that was the next week I made that money, and I had a trip plan, and I was like, okay, so if this trip is planned in August, this is June, that means I'm gonna get paid on this trip, counting on my fingers and toes. Like, on my first plan, like you said, you adapt. My first plan was to get paid in travel, and then come to find out I could get money pretty fast by just sharing travel. So I think that people kind of get a little flustered by the fact that they think it can be a scheme, because I can make money next week. That's wild. and it starts out like how much it does, like the amount, I think that probably messes people up. So I just wanted to come in at that, angle. But another thing that I think people run from is like the guarantees of what it is that you get when you start a travel business. Number one, I don't think they realize what some of the guarantees are, and they feel like they don't have any guarantees. Like I had someone who was thinking about starting the business, and they were like, well, I don't really know who I'm going to market to. Like, I don't know who I would sell travel to. I don't have a guarantee that I'm going to actually make money off of this. Well, okay. I mean, I get that. But with starting something new, what type of work are you trying to put into it, first of all? And then I also told them, well, even though you don't have a guarantee that you won't sell travel, our company has a guarantee that if you don't, they'll give you your money back. And I think that those are the guarantees that people should look at, not necessarily what you feel like you can't do, but what our company offers you if you don't, or if you feel like you
Right.
can't get there. So, within the business in our company, we have a host agency, which, if you don't know what that is, that means that we have a company who is kind of over us that does the hard legwork. They connect with these big suppliers like Disney and Carnival and all of these big names that you can think of to give us the
Mhm.
inside information. Okay. And they give a
Right.
guarantee in 30 days, if you don't book travel, if you don't sell travel, or if you don't like the host agency, you can get your money back. That's one of our guarantees. Braylon, talk about some of those other guarantees or why people run based on guarantees.
Well, I think a big piece of what you are even leaning into is like this misunderstanding of the business model, right? And how
Mhm.
travel actually operates. So you
Mhm.
have one mindset of coming in, but you're not even taking the opportunity to learn how that money looks, how the money is supposed to flow, when it's coming
Mhm.
in. Like a lot of people like to um listen, when you're joining the business, and let's also throw this out there, Tia and I work for one organization, and not all organizations are created equal. So,
Okay.
even in that big scheme of things, you need to do your own level of research. You need to
Mhm.
look up businesses. You need to identify are they how they file their taxes and all of these things. What makes them
Yeah.
legitimate, however, even when we join the business, because travel is a large chunk of what we do, there's also
Mhm.
a whole nother model that also comes with compensation.
Mhm.
And it's easy to get caught up in the numbers and the money, right?
Mhm.
So, case in point, we are making connections in the business, and we're following people that are working for our company because they are getting checks that we have not seen yet. We have
Okay.
dreamed them. We
Mhm.
want to realize them. We were manifesting them. But we were
Absolutely.
on scrolling through Instagram earlier this week, and a story come by. Baby girl says she is making $4,000 a day.
How often?
A day. Four
Can you
thousand
repeat it for the people in the back?
She's making $4,000 a day. Now, I say that because, of course, some of you are listening like, she making $4,000 a day. Well, I'm trying to make that. The next question
Mhm.
that comes up is, well, is this a scheme, a scam? Is it legitimate? Like, how is somebody
Mhm.
making $4,000 a day? And a lot of that comes with, work over a period of time. She didn't start off making
Mhm.
$4,000 a day. She started where we're starting. She started building the
Mhm.
organization, building the components, building the marketing plan. How do I get people connected? How do I refer people? But
Mhm.
the biggest piece to this, of course, is this. Sometimes we overhype the success and don't talk about the road it takes to get to success.
That's
Like
good, man.
we have a coach, and she be digging into us like,
Mhm.
what you're doing, you can do more, right? There was scrolling on one of these social media platforms the other day. If I can wake up at 7 a.m. for somebody else, I can wake up at 5 a.m. for me. And then
Mhm.
I think when we're talking about misconceptions is, yes, you're right. We are overhyping the money, not overhyping it. We're letting you know what could be, right? But what you can't forget about is the work that it takes to get there. Nobody's money is like, it just pop up. You're not going from promotion the day one you started at your new job, that you building
Mhm.
a business for somebody else, who can let you go whenever they want to let you go, who can say, we no longer need your services. They don't care about your bills that's due, the baby formula that's due, the baby that needs to be fed, your kids
Come
that need
on,
to make
somebody.
that needs to be paid. They don't care about none of that, right? So if you can wake up at 7 a.m. and show up for them, you can wake up at 5 a.m. and show up for you. But we do hype up the success because that's what motivates people to get into the business.
Absolutely, Brand. I think, like you're saying, overhyped success stories sometimes turns people off. But also, don't you want to know the success stories? Yeah, something behind it. Yeah, it was blood, sweat, and tears to get here sometimes. Yeah, I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I had to work after work. When I was working full time as a teacher, I would get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning on some days, go to work 7:30 to 4, 7:30 to 3:30 sometimes. I would go to work, and then after that, I would work on my business. I think you said one time, it might even been last time that we were talking, you had tried to, or maybe it was just us talking. You were talking about how you had figured out your schedule. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna take me 30 minutes to myself, and then I'm gonna work on my business. And then you have to realize, wait a minute, I need a little bit more than 30 minutes. I might need an hour or two. Sometimes, yeah, we don't always talk about those things. And maybe we should, maybe we should more so that you can know those things. But we talk about the success and where you could be. And along the way, luckily, you have transparent people like ourselves that if you were to decide to be a part of this business or make travel your business, we talk about those things. Like Brendan said, our coach dig into us. People always like to say, give yourself some grace. Our coach be like, hey, listen, grace is cool, but gas is better. Let's press the gas. And we appreciate that because sometimes you need that tough love. You need to know how hard you need to go and how hard you can go. So I love that about this business is that you have the community of people. You have people who are transparent with you enough to either say, go, press the gas and go, or you have a community of people to say, okay, Grace, you got a little grace in this space. Or you have people that you can kind of like bounce off of to say, yeah, this was my success this week, but last week it was hard. I was down in the trenches. You know what I mean? And I think having unrealistic expectations do scare people. That does scare people away from these opportunities. But we're here to tell you that the success is possible. Making $4,000 a day is possible. Reaching that, people are making six figures a month in our company. We know people that are doing this. It is very much possible. So that success story is real, but we'll also give you some realistic expectations that you have to work for it. Like Braylon said, you don't go into the job on day one and get a promotion.
Yeah.
You got to work.
People are making six figures and this is their part-time gig.
Okay.
They
making
still
on they full-time and they part-time.
Okay.
When
they working their business break. That's their business work.
So it can be done. It definitely can be done. So Brenda, let's move to the second talking point. Unless you people in the comments, hey, I see people commenting down there. I love to see it. Let us know if you have any questions along the way. We definitely don't mind tapping in and engaging with you all. But Brenda, let's move to talking point number 2. What's another reason that people are running?
We get this question all the time. I mean, is this a Ponzi scheme or is this a pyramid scheme? Now, to be clear, the two are different, even though people like to use them synonymously. And then they like to connect it to the business. The first thing I want to say, though, is the followers that's following me, y'all know me. The followers that's following Tia, y'all know Tia. Now, why in the world do y'all think we think orange is our new favorite color? Like, what? Or some of the institutions got that nice little khaki look. Like, now why y'all think we want to go to jail? Oh, not.
I tell you, I absolutely do not. Okay.
Our favorite color is not orange. Maybe if we would have went to another HBCU, it might have been. However,
hello there. Happy GHO Aggies.
Happy GHO Aggies. Happy homecoming, everybody. Okay. But all of that to say, it's not a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme. So let's start with Ponzi scheme in the bigger picture of things, right? To join our business is $200. And if you do nothing, you will get nothing. If
Like
you
with
do
most
nothing,
things in life, right?
if you do nothing, you will get nothing. So there is a part of our business that is travel. We sell travel, right? We book flights, we book cruises, we book NFL, NBA, hockey, all kinds of tickets. We can get you somewhere close near, maybe in Essence Fest. We can get you to the Super Bowl because we got tickets to that. You got the money, I can get you there. Okay. If you got the coin, I can find you a place in the building. That's what we sell. We sell travel
Mhm.
in all shapes and forms, domestic, international. And when I say domestic, it depends on what country you're in. Your domestic. You in domestic, you in USA domestic, you in Canada domestic. That's the type of domestic we talking about. Okay. So we can get you to where you want to be. It takes you $200 to join the actual business. If you don't do any work, you absolutely will get nothing.
Mhm.
Right. And a lot of times when we're talking about schemes and scams and things like that, somebody is promising you a large amount of money,
Mhm.
or you invest a large amount of money or a little bit of money, and you're going to get back in return immediately without any major source of work or anything like that. You're going to get back a large sum of money. No, 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 no. That's not how this works. Our organization actually publishes their tax returns. Is that the
Mhm.
right word? They publish their tax
Mhm. Tax
returns,
disclosures
and
right
their
online.
yeah, their disclosures are online available. And literally, you see people that are earning $0 because they did zero work. They earn nothing. Okay. $0, zero work get you $0. But baby, on the other end of that is people that's earning queen. Okay. They what they say, they are the bank for their family.
Mhm.
A new family member. Listen, you don't have to worry about it because I'm trying to get to where you are. Okay. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. I will be there. All right. Until then, I don't mind being an adopted family member, but I'm just you know. So we talking about pyramid Ponzi schemes. Like network marketing is not that. Now, what it is networking, 1,000%. It is marketing, 1,000%. You
Mhm.
know what you got to add on that, Tia?
I think it's funny, and I'm glad that you broke down from the beginning that pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes are not the same things. Okay, they are not. That's the first thing to start off with. And then again, to just piggyback and agree with what you said, anything that either of us are dealing with would not be something that would we like freedom. All right, let's just say that we're gonna put that on that. The next part of it is I find it funny that people talk about pyramid schemes um, in terms of this particular business, but don't see the work that they do with their job as a pyramid. Okay, so pyramid start at the top and then it branch on down to the bottom. So there's somebody up top, your boss, who and even they're about CEOs, owners that are making the money, all of the money, most of the money. And then you work its way down to the other levels. That big level down at the bottom is usually the employees, the people that make everything at the top run. So most of your jobs are pyramids, and it's nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's nothing wrong with it. I hate that people put scheme at the end of that. It's nothing wrong with the pyramid. That's how businesses run. They have people at the top, and then they work its way down to make the whole thing run. That's just how it goes. But people don't like to see what is it? Don't like to see the forest through the trees, or can't see it. So maybe when we put it like that, but most organizations are a pyramid. What I love about this business is that the person that brings you in, you don't have to work. You're not working for them. You can surpass them. We talked about our coach earlier. Shout out to the travel queen 4K. She came into this business. Someone shared the business with her, said, hey, you want to get into selling travel or sharing travel to make money. She said, yeah, let me get into it. At this point in time, she out earns that person. She make more money than that. That person isn't her boss. She doesn't have to keep on doing what she's doing to make their business run. She does it how she wants to do it, and she makes her coins. So I just want people to see it from that way and understand that number one, pyramid is not a taboo word unless you are using it in a taboo way. Okay, a scheme would be something like I talk about these all the time because I'm still mad I ain't got my money back. Those blessing looms, those wheels of blessing, okay, where they used to tell you just bless somebody, put in $50 to keep the wheel running. I think it was one that was like $1,000. It was a lot. They was asking you to put money in, and people were like, "Yeah, let me cash app, send this money." They didn't write off any tax disclosures. I never saw. I don't even know half the people that was in that center circle. I know who wasn't in the center circle. It was me. And you know why? It was because it was a scheme. That's a scheme. That's what a scam is. This business is not that. And Braylon was talking about the sides of business that we have. And that one side of the business is that we can share or we can book travel with people. We can book travel for ourselves. And, you know, she also mentioned that some people on the end of the tax disclosure don't make any money because they're not doing any work. Actually, some people are sitting on that end and not making any money because they're using the business for their own advantage, which is okay. They know that they don't want to sell travel to people. They are one of those people that are like, I'll book my own travel. I don't want to book it for anybody else. I'm cool on that. But I do want to save. I do want to save on my travels. Whenever I travel, whenever I'm going to Mexico for the holidays, whenever I'm taking a trip to the Caribbean, I want to save on my travels. So they start this business to be able to do that. And you can. But again, like Braylon said, on that end of the spectrum where there's zero income, that's where people is not working. So you do have to work. But then on the other side of that, we do have our marketing side of the business, which I actually love. And I never thought that I would say that. And I think people don't understand the sides of the business. And I believe we talked about this on one episode where you can choose what you want to do in this business. Again, we were talking about that pyramid. When you go to work for that CEO, how many times do y'all get to choose what you can do?
Okay.
I'll wait. Okay. And get paid. I mean, let me add that thing. Choose what you don't want to do and get paid. Okay. All right, cool. Well, in this
And gotta
business,
ask permission on top of that.
okay. Okay.
Can I take off? Can I go take my kids to the house?
I'm sick.
Can I take them to the doctor?
Can I stay at home? Huh? That's a pyramid. That's a pyramid, okay? But in this business, you have the option. Oh, you only want to sell travel? Cool, do that. Sell travel, book travel for people, make a commission off of it. Oh, you want to put together group trips? Put those group trips together, make money off of that. Your family's going on a family holiday, a family vacation, family reunion, book their cruise, make that money. You were going anyways, now you can get paid off of it. If you only want to do that, you can. But oh, you're on the side where you want to help other people. Oh, you're on the side where you're sitting around with your friends and all you talk about is travel, and they say, oh, I want to also do something in travel. I want to make money off of travel. Oh, now you just shared it with them, you got paid. They shared it with somebody else, you still got paid, and they got paid. So it's two sides of it that you can decide that you want to do. And I love that you have that option. And that again goes to why people run, because they think that they don't have an option. They have a pressure to sell, they have a pressure to what they think they have to come into this business with. And it's not that type of thing. Right. It's not that type of hype. You get to choose. You get to choose what you want to do. But I mean, you know, people don't be trying to hear me. What you got on there, Brian?
You know, a lot of it is, I think it even goes back to the last little bit of what you were saying in regards to how people perceive they need to share. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to me that you can go to a store and you can buy a pair of shoes, you can buy a purse, you can buy a perfume. You go to Amazon and you can find all these nice little knickknacks, paddywhacks, and give a dog a bone. And you will immediately share this information to other people. And you will encourage them, telling them they need to do this. They need to buy it. They need to get it. It makes your life easier. It made this for me. Ooh, the fellas love that smell. The girls love that smell. You know what I mean? And it's like this easy concept of referral, right? And all of a sudden now somebody puts it in an actual marketing plan and say, hey, get somebody to join the business, share your wealth of information. And now all of a sudden you like, oh no, I can't give you $200 to start a business. And mind you, those of you that are listening, right? $200 for our organization is to start. That's not your monthly overhead to run your business. It comes down to about $60 a month, which goes to about, $2 a day, right? To run your business. Some of you out here are buying a business that, mind you, when you work it, gives you money back. Some of you out here are referring people to be consumers only. I'm sending you the link for this on Amazon. I'm sending you the link for these shoes. When is the last time Michael Jordan cut you a check?
Come on now.
When is the last time, who the man that own Amazon? Whoever
Is
he
that
is,
Bezos? Is that
Bezos,
Bezos?
honey, then the last time he cut you a check. He ain't cutting checks.
And you know something, Brenda, with you saying that, with what it is to invest in, these people aren't giving you any money back. Me personally, when I first started this business, I wanted to check it out. Well, the second time I started. First time I said, this might not be for me. Worked on those guarantees that our company gives us. They told me if I ain't liking it in 30 days, I get my money back. You know what they did? They gave me my money.
Pay your money back.
Gave me my money back. So then a few years later, I signed up again because I said, I think this can be for me. I just need to work it. Basically, I wasn't working it before. Booked a trip for myself. Okay, Braylon talked about that $200 investment. I booked a trip for myself just to see what this commission gonna be like. What's this gonna look like? Mm-hmm. I compared it with those public sites that we talked about last week. I said, well, let me see on these big sites what this trip. Let me get my notes down. What's this trip gonna cost me? Okay. Right. Come to find out that the cost was more than what it was that I had with my agency Inside Plug. Plus, with my agency Inside Plug, I made back $300. Okay. The money I made back from that trip paid for my initial investment plus some. I also got it for cheaper than I was going to get on those sites that I was talking about all the time. Oh, I'm getting deals on. I'm a exclusive member. I'm a VIP. Baby, no. So I was able to invest in myself, get that money back, and also continue to invest for that monthly overhead is $2 okay, Starbucks, you want $10? Here you go. Okay, McDonald's, you want 12? Okay, here you go. $2 a day.
I think for especially you, and T has been in the business over a year. I've been in, this is a little over 6 months at this point. But the investments that I've made and the overhead that I have per month, I make back every month. Mm-hmm. So like, I think that's a big statement to put out there for people who are tuning in live or tuning in later. Like, when you find something, you need to, number one, understand the business, understand how they're paying you, understand how you can tap into that. And like Tia said, we're putting in the work. So when you put in the work, my goal every month, and when I first got started, was cover my overhead. Like, I don't want to see my business as a bill. My business needs to be able to pay for itself. So, a large piece of making sure you're not feeling schemed or scammed, or that you're giving away just random amounts of money every month, is to make sure that you're working the business in order for you to earn back. The other big thing too, that when you're talking about network marketing, is understanding the commission structure. Like, when I first joined the business, I was like, commission structure absolutely was a little complex. But I was like, I am committed to understanding how I get my money. You heard Tia say at the beginning, there's 8 streams of income. Really,
8 streams. I had started with the travel business, but
it started with the travel business, right? But you need to understand, like, where is the money coming from, and how do I tap into that money? Now, if you don't understand where your money is coming from, and you don't understand how you tapping into that money, then yes, some people end up creating a narrative that doesn't exist. Oh, that's a scheme. They took my money every month. I never made any money from travel. Did you do the work?
What did you put in the
time? Did you refer anybody to the business? Did you think about it a little more in depthly? Like, what did you do to ensure that you are collecting and not feeling scammed in the business?
And you know what, Brandlin? Now that you say that, I'm just curious, from people who say, hey, either they started this business or they know someone who started this business, because that's another thing. People run from this because they say, oh, I heard from somebody that they were schemed or scammed. Now, again, we're only talking about our experience with our host company. We can't put 20 on 10 on nothing else. We can't put no information on any other organization.
Are there schemes out there? Yes.
Absolutely.
There's scams out there. Yes. Is the
Absolutely.
travel business we are part of a scam or a scheme? No.
Absolutely not. So, people do get misinformation from other people. That's another thing that happens. But I'm just listening to you, Brandon. You're talking about that you have to put in some work, which honestly, to keep up with overhead, if you share this business with one person a month, you cover you got a little extra. You cover your whole upkeep, your whole cost to have a business that's active. If you share this business with one person, that's all you got to do. But outside of that, I'm just thinking with any investment that you do, any business that you have, which ones of those do y'all have that you don't have to do anything and you make a profit? Please put it in the comments because I want to sign up. I'm asking for myself.
It sounds schemy and scammy to
What?
me.
Maybe I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna research, but what is it? I want to know what y'all are putting money into. What are you investing into that is making you money for doing nothing? I just want to research it myself. I'm asking for myself to research. But most things that are not schemy and scammy and that are legitimate, you have to do something. Okay, you have to do something. Luckily, in this business, what you have to do is fun because it's travel. It's travel. It's not a hard sale. It's not like you're trying to sell knives. I tried that business too. Not fun. Not fun at all. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wants me to knock on their door and sell them kitchen knives. But do people want to see travel photos on my page and want to say, hey, book me for there? Yes, people want to do that. And you can do it too. So, and then that goes into what with people wanting to start this business or thinking about it or have been approached about it, other things that make them run, which are red flags. What
Listen,
what are the red flags to
first of
watch
all,
out?
let's be clear. Some of y'all like being at carnivals because y'all got red flags all over your life. It ain't some of y'all just like being at a carnival, and that's okay. Okay. Maybe you like the rides, maybe you like the amusement, you like being at carnivals, okay? But you do need to look out for the red flags if you're not interested in being on a carnival ride.
Right,
Like,
absolutely.
okay, I'm interested in being on this money ride, okay?
Okay.
Take me to
Only
the
going
bank.
up, all the way to the top. That money
These days,
ride.
you ain't got to go to the bank. That's how old we were. You remember you used to have to go to the bank. I ain't got to go to the bank on my phone these days. Long as I get a cha-ching, ting, ping, ping.
Okay. That email every week sounds really good to me. That email coming through, that's our new ping. That email coming through saying that you have a deposit. That's what I want. I want those green flags. I want those green dollars. Matter of fact, I'll take any dollar. I'll take whatever currency is coming through. America, we got green. The UAE, they got blue and a little bit of red. I'll take whatever color it is. What I won't take is a red flag, and what I don't want y'all to take is a red flag also. So let's talk about some of those warning signs that indicate if there is a potential illegitimate business happening. Braylon, you want to jump into that?
Actually, I was getting into some of these comments on the other side. We have
Okay.
one of our fellow travel business partners. He said he made double money back on a with a
Okay.
cruise and a hotel stay. Like, just so y'all know that it ain't just us. It ain't just us. And then I also got some Aggies in the in the chat talking about
Yee-ho,
it's
Aggie Pride. Can I get an Aggie Pride?
All right, so let's get back. Let's get back. All right, so you were asking me about the red flags, Tia. Let's say, I think big part of the red flags is people just not one doing the research, and two, some companies are just not transparent, right? With all of the like different forms of social media that's going on, and the level of research that is at your fingertips. Like we were talking last week, technology for us was two computers in the back of the classroom and everybody going to a computer lab to type on Mavis Beacon. You need to do your research. If people are not clear with sharing how you make money and they coming across shady and shisty, is probably shady and shisty, right? You need to dig into that, look into that. Also people pressuring you to join without properly informing you. One thing that I love about our business, and I'll even go ahead and toss this up on the screen, is that when we're interested in looking at travel business opportunities, um, our company actually has like information up front, and it gives you kind of a general overview of what you can do. So even for us, if you wanted to be interested in possibly looking at travel as a business opportunity, we encourage you to go to our travelagentworkshop.com. You can use our sponsor code Never Unpack for me, or Tia, or Take the World for Tia. And it's literally a 3-day workshop, which you can actually access all within one time frame. And you're learning information about the business. And that's important because you need to have communication up front, right? You need to know what it is that you're getting into, what you're investing your money in, and how you can get it back plus some. What you got on the red flags to watch out for?
Definitely everything that you said, Brand. I absolutely agree. Those pressure tactics. I love that this business is ours and we can work it on our own terms, how we want to. Because what I can definitely say is that the people that are like, join my team, you need to make this your business. Oh, you book travel all the time. You don't want to make no money.
Why they gotta sound like Debo?
That's how I feel when it comes through. I feel like they trying to, you want something too, old man? I'll be like, no, I don't. So I love that I was able to experience what people were giving before I started the business, so I can know what I did. That's not the energy that I want to give, and that's not the energy that you should sign up under either, or start a business under either. You should find, like Brandon said, do some research. You should find who you vibe with, and that's who you should connect with, because however they brought you in is more than likely what they're going to be like when you start. So in our line of business, we are able to connect with people who start, and we're able to coach them. Brenlin and I have started this business, and we have decided to give coaching. So people that come up under us, we like, even in the past month, we have given our teams like information how to like level up on social media, how to reach out to their clients more. We are constantly trying to evolve ourselves, and when we learn things, we are helping our people to learn as well, and in a way that is easily digestible, in a way that helps them to win. And I say all of that because, like I said, people who give those pressure tactics that are scheming and feel like, oh my God, I got to do this, that's how they're going to be in the long run. Chances are they're not going to give you information in a way that you like. It's going to feel like bullying. So make sure that they are bringing you in, or that the person or company that you come under has the proper types of education and support. I love this business because not only do you get on demand education, but there is a community support system that we have. I love our community. Like, we have agents that will start today that you'll be able to connect with if you want, agents who have been in the game for 6 months, a year, 8 years. And I love, like, one of our business partners was on here, had commented, I love that I was telling them when they signed up, like, if you go to this group that we have, if you ask a question within an hour, somebody is going to point you in the right direction. So you have no choice but to win. Like Braylon talked about before, you're gonna have to do some work to win, depending on how big you want to win. If all you want to do is get your money back, book some trips for yourself. You
You
can
know,
do
I,
that.
I only jump in to go along with one thing that you said. Education is really important. And when we
Mm-hmm.
say education, it's like a broad stream of education. It's not just necessarily learning the ins and outs of the business. It's also about this whole level of professional development and how you can improve you yourself into
Mm-hmm.
becoming a winner inside of the organization, right? And then even informing you of what is realistic for you and what's unrealistic for you based on your schedule and who you are. Remember, we're telling you there are some people in the business who are part-time in the business, right? So depending on what time, your amount of time you're willing to invest in your business actually starts to look a little different on how that income goes up to those 6 figures or seven
Mm-hmm.
figures for some people. We do work in an organization that has literally millionaires. Remember, I was telling you earlier, you added up $4,000 a day that lady making. And it's not fake, y'all. Like, it's not fake. Like, we multiply that by 365, you tell me what number you come up with. So the money is real, the education is real. Like, like it's there. So you gotta be informed. And education looks a lot, it has diversity. Education is diverse in this business. Learning how you need to work it, learning what works best for your business, learning the compensation plan of your business. Like a lot of things, that education piece, I would even go as far to say that's probably the biggest kicker when you're talking about scam and legitimacy. Like, what information is being provided for you to understand what's happening in the business?
Absolutely, Brand. And I think just to bring and wrap up that piece with the education, because I think that kind of scares people sometimes too. A lot of people talk about, like, I'm not trying to go back to school. I'm not trying to get another degree or a degree period, or I'm not trying to do all of that. But the thing that I love about this business is that our education is fun. It's rooted in travel. We have different ways that you can learn while you're traveling. We have these fam trips that you can go on where you go and visit the locations that you're trying to give to your clients, or that you are trying to book for anybody else. And you know what? You can go out there, you can go on these trips for sometimes discounted or free. What job? I mean, I know sometimes y'all's jobs be sending y'all places on trips and stuff, but you doing work. You walking around the property with the property manager, learning about the okay.
Let me tell you something. Even just to talk about that, learning what you can do for your business. Some of you work for businesses that actually have you do the travel for your business. I'll say that again. Some of you work for businesses that have you do the travel for your own business. And when we say do the travel, we mean like book hotels, book your flights, they repay you back. You can run that through your travel business. That's a fair.
I mean, if you are a dedicated travel agent for your company, then
those are the tips, tricks, and hacks that we like to inform you about. But we've also kind of kept y'all a little bit of time today. Did you have something you want to add to that topic before we move on?
We put that bow on that one. That was it.
Listen, honey, stamped, sealed, and approved, signed, delivered. It is yours. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move right on into. We like to motivate you at the beginning. 2, we like to let you know, hey, this is what's happening. And in the travel industry, behind the scenes, here's some tips, here's some things that maybe you did not know, and now you do, and maybe you can move forward. But we also love to just take a moment to really celebrate life, right? So we have celebration to talk about today. The one that I have is the courage to keep going. You guys, I felt like this is like a really fitting conversation, and TikTok has me moving puzzle pieces. I don't know. I might lose them in 4 minutes. So celebration wise, the courage to keep going. Like when you're talking about something being a scam or if it's being legitimate, entrepreneurship isn't easy, right? And anybody who's painting a picture that this is the easiest money you'll ever make, more than likely they're probably selling you a scam. But in starting this business, it has been some challenges. I literally posted earlier in the week, quitting hurts and to keep going hurts. It all hurts. So it's like this level of growing pains. But I think the question that you have to ask yourself in order to push through is, what happens when you quit? What you quitting to do? You know what I mean? Like what you're quitting to do. So the courage to keep going is real big. And one thing you hear us say all the time, this business is not for everybody. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that's okay. You know what I mean? You don't have to compare yourself, all full circle, right? You don't have to compare yourself to anybody else in their journey. But yeah, the courage to keep going is what I'm celebrating this week. Consistency is key. Marketing is key. Contacting people, communicating with people on social media, all of that's key. So for me, the celebration this week is keeping it going and keeping it up.
Well, I'm proud of you for keeping it going and keeping it up, girlfriend. You go, girl.
Thank you. What are you celebrating this week?
So I am so happy this week. Okay, can I celebrate two things? I'll make them quick because I know we've been on here a long time. First of all, I am celebrating in just 2 days. Your girl is turning 35. 35. It's my birthday, y'all, on Sunday, October 20th. So I'm really excited about that. Definitely because it's my birthday. I give all praises to God. I pray that He lets me see it and beyond. I'm definitely excited about that because everybody didn't make it to that age or here. But I'm even more excited because I decided to, as a gift to myself, a birthday celebration, to set up a group trip that is coming to fruition. I'm so excited about it. I've done group trips before. Oh, thanks, Brand. No, that was so cute. So I've set up group trips before, but never on this scale. So I have 41 people traveling to Dubai for, I say it's my birthday celebration, but it's for my group trip company, the Wonder Collective. So I'm just really excited about this. Some of my family and friends are coming out, and that makes it even more special for me. Just to celebrate in that way, I'm celebrating an accomplishment for my business because 40 people. Okay, I set their travel up in my business. It's about to be great. It's going to be a good time. I'm just really proud of myself. Sometimes I slack on saying that and giving myself accolades, but I'm looking back at this journey and I'm proud of myself. And it's one of the best birthday gifts that I could give. And yeah, that's what I'm celebrating. So, oh, and third thing, but for me and Brandlin, we are celebrating homecoming this week for our alma mater, the North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Now, I said it earlier before. I don't know if the people in your comments said it back, but you didn't, so I got to say it again. Now, can I get a Aggie Pride?
Aggie Pride.
Hey, happy homecoming, Aggies. So, yeah, I love our celebrations. We are doing great things, and we hope that you are doing great things as well. Please put something in the comments that you are proud about this week. We want to celebrate you. We definitely will check out the comments. We'll repost them on our stories just to give you a little celebration as well because we believe that you deserve it. So, we appreciate you all for sticking around with us. Again, we talked today about travel businesses and why people run from them. It just gave y'all some information on those different topics. So we hope that you enjoyed that, learned a little bit of something new. And if you have more questions, don't forget that you can always ask us those questions. Brand, what else did you have on this today?
I didn't have anything else. We also encourage you to do some research.
Mhm.
We have information on the business or the company that we work for. We encourage you to visit the travelagentworkshop.com if you're ever interested in a business opportunity. You can use the sponsor code Take the World or Never Unpack. And you'll get more information. So keep yourself educated. And here's the thing, even if this business is not for you, maybe it's for somebody that you know. Feel free
Mhm.
to share the opportunity. We encourage that you share the same way you encourage people to be consumers. We encourage you to share information that allows them to have money come back into their household and bless them 10 times fold. So we are excited. It's our homecoming. It's Friday leading into the weekend. We've shared some good information with you. And to ease it on out the door, we have an affirmation for you. It is I rise, I grind, and I thrive. And I feel like that's a good summary of what this whole episode was about today. It's about getting up and showing up for you. It's about doing the work so that you can recoup the benefits. A seed sown today does not produce fruit today, but you can sow a seed today and have a garden to
Mm.
harvest very soon. So
Mhm.
I rise, I grind, I thrive.
I rise, I grind, I thrive. I love that. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in, whether you are on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. Thank y'all for the energy, for the comments. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will not be in on next Friday, but we will have some episodes. If you miss one or two, or if you're tuning in a little bit late on three, we will be sharing them on our different platforms, how you can catch the full episode. So we appreciate you guys once again, and we will see you not next Friday, but the Friday after next. Okay? We hope
Boy.
y'all have a great weekend.
Peace, everyone. Happy weekend.